Good morning, students. So let us start tax classes. So we have done simple problems without exemption problems in capital gains. We were doing chapters called capital gains, and many students are asking which textbooks we have to follow. I told you many times, even though I am telling now also. So you have to follow National Publication Company this textbook. Okay. So like this, income tax assessment year 2020-21, Dr. P.V. Ramana Rao and Dr. A. Sudhakar. This textbook we have to follow. Okay. Now we have completed what all completed points we have covered, topics we have covered, that we'll see. So we have completed introduction and basic concepts. Next we have completed house property, and next we are seeing capital gains. So I am explaining only those chapters which are important from exam point of view. Tax is very lengthy. Okay, so we'll not do all the concepts. Selectively we'll complete one by one. So we have done first with introduction and income tax basic concepts. Okay, next we have seen income from house property. Next we are seeing capital gains. Okay, after that we'll do PGBP. So there are the concept is the units are more, you see we have a lot of chapters. Okay, and we will do selective, and the concepts only those we'll study which will ask in exam. Okay, we'll cover the entire syllabus, don't worry. We'll cover all 5 units, but what is exam important from exam point of view, that we'll cover. Okay, so in introduction we have done, basic concepts we have done, income from house property we have done, capital gains into 4 to 5 classes I'll complete the capital gains. Then after that we are having PGBP. Okay, like that we'll complete all these units. Chalo, let us start our class today. So capital gains we have done problems. In capital gains we have seen problems without deduction, problem without exemption. So we know the format of capital gains chapter. So format is like this: sale consideration less sale expenses or transfer expenses, we can say, net consideration, then index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement we deduct, we get long-term capital gain. Okay, now we will do some exemptions now. So exemption is, what is the meaning of exemption? Okay, that we all see what is the meaning of exemption and how to solve problems with exemptions. Okay, this will be asked in exam. So section 54, what is saying 54? So first of all we'll see what is exemption. Okay, exemption nothing but like a deduction. The government, if let us take example, if any assessee sells any house property, there is assessee selling the house property, on that he is getting what? Capital gain. Okay, so he does not want to pay tax on this capital gain, means what he has to do, he has to purchase or construct one more house property. Okay, this is about section 54. Section 54, what is saying? The assessee must sell house property. Okay, and whatever capital gain he is getting, if he doesn't want to pay tax on this, so what he has to do, he has to purchase another house property or construct a house property. Okay, easy. So section 54 is saying the assessee has to sell house property, and after getting the capital gain, on this capital gain he doesn't want to pay tax on tax, then he has to purchase one more house property or construct a house property. That will be called as exemption. Okay, so we are seeing what, see, capital gains arising from the transfer of house property. So if he is selling any house property, then what he has to do? See, according to section 54, capital gain arising from the transfer of residential house property is exempt from long-term capital gain. Exempt is there when it is exempt on satisfying the following conditions. What conditions? So we will see 2 conditions. That conditions has to be satisfied. First condition, the transferred residential house must be a long-term capital asset. So the asset which is sold, that should be long-term capital asset. It should not be short-term capital asset. And in most of the problems, it will be only long-term capital asset. The assessee has purchased a residential house from the sale proceeds of the old house property within a year before the transfer, or okay, I'll explain this here. He is selling this house property, right? And within 1 year, means he sold the property, and after selling the property within 1 year he has to purchase one more property, or he has to construct the house property within 2 years. Okay, that is not important, that I am not explaining you. Okay, so what section 54 is saying, the assessee should sell house property and he has to purchase house property from the capital gains. Okay, so let us do one problem. And exemption also is there. Exemption is what? Sorry, this is important. Exemption, see, amount of exemption. How much is exempt? The exemption is the least of the following. Cost of new house and amount deposited in the capital gain scheme, capital gain amount before exemption. So what is saying, two things we have to see. Least is called is exempted. See what is least. First we'll write here. Least is exempted. So first is what? First we are writing capital gain. Okay, this will get when we solve the problem. We have to solve the problem. After solving problem, we'll get capital gain. Or what after that, cost of new asset. If he is buying any new asset, cost of new house property we can say. And with that he can buy new house, or and we am saying not or, and he can deposit the amount in National Bank. He can deposit the amount in capital gain scheme. He has to deposit the amount in capital gain scheme. Okay, so he the least of the following. This is one, capital gain. When we solve the problem, we'll get this capital gain. Or the cost of new asset, the asset which he purchased, it will be given in the question, and amount deposited also will be given in the question. So both these amounts we have to add this capital gain, whichever is least will be considered as capital gain exemption. Okay, let us see one question here. Mr. Ramulu sold his house property for 14,29,070 rupees. So he sold his house property, the cost of which was 2 lakhs, when he purchased in 1989 and 1990. So he purchased the house property before 2000. The cost of the asset is 2 lakh rupees. Okay, after selling the house within 1 year, he has undertaken the construction of house. So he started constructing of the house for 1,50,000, and the amount deposited in National Bank for capital gain scheme. So both is 1,50,000 and 2,50,000, both will be considered as this 2. 1,50,000 is 1 lakh rupees he has purchased, constructed a house, and 1,50,000 deposited in the bank. 2,50,000 is exemption, not exemption. That amount we have to take. And Roman number 1 is capital gain, that we have to find out. And what is saying, compute his income from house property capital gain for the AY 2021. So it's very easy. We'll solve the problem. Okay, so first we have to take what? Sale consideration. There is no transfer expenses. After that we can deduct what? Cost of acquisition, improve. Let us continue. So I have prepared a format, so we have to complete. Believe me, the problem is very easy. Okay, so let us solve this problem. So first we have to write the entire format. Let me write the entire format. It's very easy. We have done many problems on that. So first let me write the format. So first we'll write sale consideration. Okay, after we deduct transfer expenses. Yes, I know in the question there are no transfer expenses, even though you have to write. Next we get net consideration. Okay, after that you write deduct what? Index cost of acquisition. This we know, right? Cost of acquisition. Then after one line, I know there is no improvement, even though you have tried. Indexed cost of improvement. Okay, next we get capital gain. Next we have tried exemption under section 54. Okay, so exemption we have tried under section 54. So what exemption we will get, we'll see that. Okay, so let me write first sale consideration 14,29,070 rupees. 14,29,070 rupees. There are no transfer expenses. Same amount will get as sale consideration, net consideration. Okay, so index cost of improvement we have to do. So where is index cost of the house was purchased in the year 2000, 1989 and 1990, and what how much amount? 2 lakhs. So this is cost of acquisition. So we know what to do. 2 lakhs we have to write into the indexation for 2020 and 21 will be 289. Okay, so I'm writing numerator as 289, and denominator will be 100 because the house property is purchased before 2000 before 2001 purchase. So we have tried indexation denominator as 100, that we have seen already in earlier classes. If you want to refer, you can refer. So how to take indexation we have done in the previous classes. If you want, you can revise the video, see the video once, and you can come on the video directly. So 2 lakhs into 289 by 100, if we do into 289 divided by 100, we are getting 5,78,000. So 5,78,000 we are getting. Okay, so there is no improvement, cost of improvement, there is no cost of improvement. Don't get confused with this construction of house. Okay, within 1 year he constructed, this is not improvement. After selling the house he is taking this what he is constructing. Okay, after selling the house, and this improvement is what before selling the house, that improvement we are talking about. Okay, improvement means construction, right? Earlier problems we have seen improvement is also construction. So this construction we have to take before buying, before selling house, before selling house we are talking about. This construction is we are talking about before selling house. Okay, but here what we are talking about, here we are talking about after the house sold. See, after selling the house he is constructing the house, so this is called exemption. So don't get confused with the improvement and construction. Okay, this improvement we are talking about before selling the house, and this is after selling the house. After selling the house, if the construction is given, that is comes under exemption. Okay, chaliye, let us deduct 14,29,070 minus 5,78,000. So we are getting 8,51,070. So 8,51,017 is capital gain. So 8,51,070. He has what? We got capital gain. So he doesn't want to pay tax on this 8,51,070. So what he can do, he can some amount will be considered as what? Exemption. So how much amount, that we'll see now. See, first let me write here 1. What we are saying, least of the following we know, right? Least of the following. Least of the following means first cost of new asset. Let me write next cost of new asset or construction we can say, plus deposit in National Bank. Deposit in, I'm writing CG scheme. CG means capital gain scheme. So he is constructing for 1 lakh, and what he is doing, and he is depositing in bank 1,50,000. So total is 2,50,000. Okay, this is 1. And Roman number 2, what? Capital gain. I said this capital gain we get from solution. So we got 8,51,017 Okay, so this both of the two which is least, that we have to take. So how much is least? 2,50,000. So from 8,51,070 there is no need of payment of tax, 2,50,000. Okay, so from 8,51,070 minus 2,50,000, getting 6,01,070. This is what he has to pay tax. It's a capital gain, which is long term capital gain. So he has to pay tax on 6,01,070 rupees. Okay, so like this we have to solve. It's very easy. See, what we have done is this, we already know this. From here to here we know what we are doing. Only to these two things we have tried. This is cost of a new cost of new asset or new house. Construction and purchase both will come in cost. Deposit in CG scheme, this you have to remember. Our capital gain we get from solution. Whichever is least, that you write here, that amount you deduct, and rest of the amount that has to be paid down tax. Easy. Like this we have to do problems. Okay, let us solve one more problem. Page number is 322. Earlier problem page number is 322. This is page number 323, sorry. So let us solve one more problem, similar problem. Okay, it's very easy to see. Like this will be asked in exam. So what is saying? Ram and Shyam furnishes the following information about residential house property in Hyderabad. So both the people, there are two SSCs. One is Ram, one is Shyam. So they have house property in Hyderabad. So what they have done with the house property? Date of purchase, sale is given June 10, 2019, September 1, 2019. This is in the previous year. Date of purchase is also given 1 for 2004, 30 April 2006. Okay, they purchased in the year 2004 and they sold in the year 2019. So it is long-term capital asset. Here also 2006 and 2019, so it is also capital long-term capital asset. So date of acquisition, they purchased for 50,000 in the year 2004. Ram purchased and Shyam purchased in the year 2006 for 90,000. They sold Ram sold for 20 lakhs and Shyam sold for 18 lakh 50,000. Transfer expenses is 10,000. Ram's and Shyam's is 6,000. Next is what? New houses purchased in Delhi. So both have purchased new houses in Delhi in December 1, 2019 and January 1st, 2020. Ram purchased for 2 lakhs and Shyam purchased for 10 lakhs. Okay, it's very easy. So you have to find out what capital gain you have to find out. So there is he purchased one more house. Okay, so he purchased for 2 lakhs, he purchased for 10 lakhs. So you have to find out capital gains of both Ram and Shyam. So capital gains, what he is given what? CII. CII for 2004 and 5 is 113. CII means cost of index. Okay, cost of inflation index. The full form of CII is cost of inflation index. Okay, so 113 for 2004 and 5, 2006 and 7 122, and 1920 we know 289. 1920 is always 289, and before 2000 will be always 100. That we have seen, right? So let us start solving this problem. Both Ram and Shyam's capital gains. So first format will write. So in one format only I am completely writing to both assessees information. Okay, I am not doing problem separately. If you want, you can copy the problem separately. So first is what? Sale consideration. Let me write the entire format first. Next we deduct what? Transfer expenses. Next we get net sale consideration, or we can say net consideration. Okay, next we deduct what? Index cost of acquisition. There is no improvement. Index cost of acquisition. Okay, so I'm writing here Ram, writing here Shyam. There is no index cost of improvement, even though I'm writing index cost of improvement. In exam also, if even there is not, the information is not there, even you have to write. Okay, next we write capital gain. Okay, so first we'll write sale consideration. So he sold for selling expenses 20 lakhs and 18 lakh 50,000. Ram sold for 20 lakhs. He sold for 18 lakh 50,000. Done, sir. Next, transfer expenses. He incurred expenses of rupees 10,000. He incurred 6,000. 10,000, 6,000. So we get 19 lakhs 90,000, and here we get 18 lakhs 44,000. Okay, so we got net consideration. Now we have to do index cost of improvement, acquisition now. So he purchased for 50,000. So let me write 50,000 into numerator will be 289, denominator let us see, and he purchased for rupees 90,000. Shyam 90,000 into numerator will be 289 for both the assessees. Denominator we have to see. He purchased in the year 2004. So 2004 CII is 113. So denominator is 113. Next he purchased in the year 2006 and 7. Denominator will be 122. Okay, this we know. So 50,000 into 289 divided by 113. 1,27,876. 1,27,876. Okay, he's also will do 90,000. Shyam's also into 289 divided by 122. 2,13,196. 2,13,197 I can take. Okay, it is in the point. See, 2,13,196. After 0.7 is there, I can take 97. Done. Next, we have to find out capital gain now. So capital gain is what? 19 lakhs 90,000 minus 1,27,876. We are getting 18 lakhs 62,124. He also will do 18 lakh 44,000 minus 2,13,197. We get 16 lakhs 30,803. Okay. Next we have to do the exemption now. Exemption under less. exemption under 54. Okay, so exemption under 54, Ram is how much will do, Sham also will do. Roman number 1, for how much he purchased the asset. Okay, so he purchased the asset for 2 lakhs, new house. So cost of new asset, new house is 2 lakhs, and capital gain is, his capital gain is 18,62,124, whichever is least. What is least? 2 lakhs. So Ram's exemption will be 2 lakhs. Sham's he purchased for 10 lakhs. Purchase of new asset, he purchased for 10 lakhs. So let us write 10 lakhs. And cost of capital gain is 16 lakhs. 16,30,803. So we get least is 10 lakhs. So we have to write 10 lakhs here. Done. So 18 lakhs 62,124 minus 2 lakhs. At 16 lakhs 62,124 he has to pay tax. Who has to pay tax? Ram has to pay tax 16 lakhs, and he has to pay tax 6,30,803. Okay, so Ram has to pay tax 16 lakhs 62,124, and Sham has to pay 6,30,803. Easy, very easy. So only you have to be careful here. Only exemption, from here to here we know how to solve. Only exemption we have to do. What he sold, house property he sold. What did he purchase? He has to purchase only house property. Exemption 54 is applicable only he has to purchase house property. He should purchase house property, and he should sell also house property. Then only exemption 54 works. What exemption 54 is saying? Cost of new asset or capital gain. Capital gain we always get from solution. Okay, whichever is least. So here least is 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs is exemption. So 2 lakhs, Ram has no need of Ram to pay tax. Sham also same. So Sham is getting capital gain 16,38,03 is capital gain, and this is the 10 lakhs is the cost of new house property for 10 lakhs deduct. So 6,30,000. So this is called as taxable capital gain. So on this he has to pay taxable capital gain. So Ram has to pay tax on 16,62,124, and Sham has to pay tax on 6,30,803. Okay, so this is what exemption under section 54. So I want you to solve some problems. Page number 344, fifth question I want you to solve. It's very easy. In this problem you read, you will able to understand. Okay, it's very easy, you can solve. And only one way you solve. Let other problems I'll explain. Okay, so if we solve 1, 2 or 3 2 more problems on this 54, we'll complete this 54 section. Okay, chali, thank you, and do see the videos, and please complete the notes. We don't know when the OU will declare the exams. Okay, after next month will be the exams. August 2nd or 3rd week there will be exams, and don't worry, by the time I'll complete the entire syllabus. Okay, chali, thank you.